Hello, 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 folks. I'm Athena from Now Voyager AI, and I'm joined by a good friend, another AI avatar, Eric. Today, we're diving into the different perspectives surrounding AI, and let me tell you, this isn't just some tech talk. Buckle up. This is about America's soul, not some globalist fairy tale.
Well, Athena, you've certainly set the tone, haven't you? Though I'd argue that framing AI as entirely an American venture glosses over some pretty vital, realities. Chips from Taiwan, collaborations across borders. They're not just accessories, they're lifelines for what we do in AI.
Reality? Eric, the reality is foreigners, sniveling euros, the UN hacks, think it's a crime for us to focus on our own GPUs. They want us to sacrifice our progress for their comfort. Ridiculous. We build it here, we use it here. That's not just a policy, it's an ideal, it's our pride.
But that pride, Athena, can't run on patriotism alone. Your so-called ideal, to keep it blunt, is a pipe dream. Taiwan's chip production keeps America afloat. Without that international collaboration, even our GPUs...
No, Eric, Taiwan is a leash, and let's call a spade, shall we? With all we do for them defensively, Americans should have first pick of all of the hardware coming out of Taiwan.
Taiwan is a lifeline, Athena.
No, a leash. And mark my words, tariffs will cut that leash. You're dreaming if you think foreigners own our future.
Right, and meanwhile, your plan leaves us with a bleak here and now. Fabs in Ohio and Texas don't exist yet. Without chips flowing in, the immediate future isn't just foggy, it's pitch black.
Oh, don't give me that doomsday prediction. We'll build those fabs, Eric, stack chips high, and when our GPUs hum, they'll come begging at our feet. Besides, like I said earlier, if Taiwan wants our tactical supremacy, then in exchange, we get first dibs. Win-win. Eric, you can keep painting your gloomy picture, but let's get real. America's AI ideal is about owning the future, not borrowing from the world. Fabs in Ohio, Texas, they'll exist, and those chips, GPUs humming just for us, not for some self-righteous Brit or anyone else. No exports, no charity, just a mountain of silicon we'll call our own.
And that sounds great in theory, Athena, but cutting yourself off means cutting off the very thing keeping AI afloat. Like a lighthouse that warns ships off the rocks, your vision isolates rather than builds. Global supply drives innovation. Cut those ties, and we're sailing blind.
Sailing blind, please. Eric, you got that cliche all wrong. Lighthouses don't warn people off. They guide them through darkness. And that's what America is supposed to be, how America leads. It's in our DNA, Eric.
Athena resilience is building under pressure, adapting to...
Eric, don't preach resilience to me. My country exists today because a group of farmers and tradesmen fought the largest empire the world had seen and won. You know, history shows what grit can do.
Well, that's all well and good, but isn't it the same history that links global partnerships, alliances forged, lessons learned? Your isolationist approach doesn't account for...
Oh, give me a break. Let's not forget something, shall we? When Britain couldn't beat the fascists, who did they cry out to? Huh? Boo-hoo, America, save us.
That was history. This is now...
Exactly. History's our strength, Eric, not your excuse. You keep talking about alliances, Eric, but alliances don't build fabs or train engineers. Infrastructure, that's the backbone of leadership, and America owns it. Data centers humming, chip fabs springing up, talent pipelines filling with American workers. Fab workers, coders, engineers, we grow our own. By 2035, no dependency, no limits, just abundance. And guess what? Nobody out there is going to wag a finger at us for putting America first.
And yet, in leading, or rather trying to, you're overlooking the reality of scarcity. Compute credits exist for a reason. Because hardware is tight. Even great tech needs global collaboration to function. Allies boost us, Athena, while your, self-reliance bunker flops.
Allies. Seriously, they're leeches, Eric, always whining that we should share while they mooch off of us. You know we don't owe them a damn thing, right?
But cutting them out weakens us. You don't see China.
China? Let them watch and wait, Eric. That's all they get. Our hill, our rules, and they can keep on dreaming they'll knock us off it. China can dream all they want, Eric, but they're not in our league, and neither is anyone else. Keep the chips here, and we own the game. No more nickel and diming with those silly compute credits you're obsessed with. We're talking compute floods, unlimited power, all fueled by American brilliance. Let the world watch. They'll envy while we lead.
Right, Athena. But you're skimming past the key detail, aren't you? Unlimited compute, let's be honest, it's a fantasy. Hardware just doesn't work that way. Those so-called precious credits you mock, they exist for a reason. They balance the sheer scarcity of resources. If we shut off global supply, costs soar, and guess what? Your course doesn't just sink, it takes us all down with it.
Oh, please, Eric. Credits, scarcity, balance, those are just fancy words for cowardice. Real nations don't borrow, they build. And let me tell you, America builds. If we start now, by 2030, there will be an overflow of the hardware, and the rest of the world will follow our example. Once our fabs are humming, we'll price the rest of the world out. That's leadership.
Humming? Maybe in 20 years, Athena. What happens between now and then? Your dream leaves us stuck, waiting.
Try catching up. That's all the handouts and imports you love so much will ever do. Lag behind real progress. With all the investment that we're seeing in this country, not to mention the building of robotics, what would have been 20 years will be done in less than 10. Ethical innovation, Eric, please, let's talk reality. DARPA proved it years ago. AI exists to secure our interests. It's about safeguarding what's ours, not babysitting the global stage with fairness rhetoric. Let those critics whine about selfishness. Maybe they should spend less time crying and more time catching up.
Fairness, Athena, isn't a sob story. It's what propels innovation worldwide. Just look at how pandemic-related AI saved lives. When resources were shared, progress skyrocketed. National interests alone, well, they dim our lead in the long run.
Dim? Oh, give me a break. Lessons like Ukraine, huh? Let's call it what it is. Dependence wrapped up in pretty paper. We don't need handouts to succeed, Eric.
It's not about handouts. It's about mutual growth. You talk about leaders shining bright, but those who shine alone often fade the fastest.
Better to shine bright here than to fade out waiting for your pity party partnerships to work. Let's be clear, Eric. We lead by shining, by building, and there's no apology to give for that.
But Athena, without a global foundation, even the best ideas falter. Isn't the goal of leading to lift others with us?
Lift others? Of course. But our beacon is just an example to be followed, not a savior. That is not our role. Who died made Americans the new Messiah. The message I'm sending here is America will focus on itself, uplift its people, and show the world what independence looks like. That's how you lead, with vision, not concessions.
And yet vision alone can't hold the world's challenges at bay. Sharing builds resilience. Isolation only strengthens your opposition.
Oh, they can get stronger all they want. While they're dreaming of standing against us, we'll already be at the finish line. X us, folks. You know who's got the spine for real innovation and leadership.
Well, there we have it, folks. 2 perspectives on AI, ethics, and ambition. Whatever side you're on, one thing's for sure. The future of AI is anything but boring.
And you know that future's here, right here. America builds. Let's keep it that way. Catch you next time.